Good evening, friends. Welcome to the Leader's Edge, Episode 1, Season.
Everyone, and welcome to our weekly webcast called The Leader's Edge. We are here tonight.
Welcome to episode number 7, Season
Leader's Edge. And in our show today, which is Season 6,
Leader's Edge, Season 3, Episode 10. And
I'm Nelson T. Welcome to this super special episode of The Leader's Edge.
And this is episode 8 of season 6.
Hey guys, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world.
We are now on our season 6, episode 2. And tonight, we have an amazing and a wonderful
A fantastic day to all of you. This is Sassy Casas, and I am happy to be back in this episode of The Leader's Edge. We are now on our 8th episode of Season 7. In this episode, we will talk about the cycle of abundance and gratitude. We will learn how blessings evoke gratefulness, how being thankful brings more blessings, and how we can live in abundance and gratitude. Also, how we can keep the cycle moving. Our guest is an inner life consultant, an international and inspirational and motivational speaker. He also won an award in 2008 with Global HR Excellence Award given at Mumbai, India. An educator, resource person, writer, and author of 6 books, and an international columnist for a Toronto-based newspaper. I will stop here since he still has a long list of achievements. I would like our guest to tell us more about him. Now, let me introduce to you our fun and wonderful guest, Mr. Carlos Pido Aguilar. Pido, the spotlight is yours.
Hi, Sassy and everyone.
Hello.
Well, just to add a little bit, I'm a writer, a speaker, and a trainer, but most of all, my advocacy is abundance, and I want it to go viral all over the world.
Okay, it's nice to see you once again. I believe the last time I saw you was in a Zoom chat or a Zoom meeting, and the last time we physically saw each other is in Bonifacio, Fort Bonifacio. I think it's with Raju Manjan. And there is a workshop during that time, and we did a little improv together. I believe, yes. So please tell us about your subject, your topic.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to let other people know more about abundance. About 17, 18 years ago, I thought of making abundance localized. It's an international topic, it's an international principle, and abundance is all about blessing. But in the local chapter, in the local arena, not many Filipinos know about it. So I decided to write a book and created a workshop on abundance. And the gist of my approach is abundance is abundare, overflowing, more than enough. Every moment is a blessing. Every moment has a blessing. If you cannot see the blessing, just look again. If you cannot feel the blessing, you just feel again, because the essence and the core of abundare, abundance, is there is always a blessing, always a blessing. It is your birthright. Every moment, which is 2 seconds, is a blessing. Every moment, which is 2 seconds, has a blessing. So there cannot not be any blessing. Even if there's a fire outside, or your car had a flat tire, or there's traffic up ahead, initially it looks icky, and you're angry, and you're worried, and you're stressed, and you're tired, but shift to the perspective of abundance. There is something wonderful here. There is something wonderful here. I will have to look for it, because there can be no blessing.
Okay, thank you, Pito. Now, let me ask you a question. This just came into my mind. Talking about abundance, thinking in abundance, and I do think in abundance because I believe in that as well. How is it different, or is it different at all with thinking positive?
Thinking positive is a subset of abundance. Abundance is the mother, abundance is the umbrella. Abundance is you choose to turn any situation into a wonderful circumstance, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, an event, a situation, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your boss, the economy, the government. Positive is just feeling good. Abundance is feeling blessed, which is a higher level. It's okay to feel positive, but life is negative sometimes. The world can be negative sometimes. Your
Yes.
country, your community, your relationships, your church can be negative sometimes. But you know what? When there is a negative situation around you, that is precisely the moment to turn it into an abundance moment. Turn it into an abundance moment. Negative is the best place to start, but don't
Okay.
stay.
Okay, yes, because what I believe before, people thought of when you have negativity, you just think positive, which is I think is not the best way to go because it's like running away from the negative things that's coming in your life. So what I learned from some readings and other friends that it's on how you look at negativity, and that's what you're talking about, turning it into abundance. And I think this is one thing that our audience needs to know, especially from you. Now, there is one thing that I really want uh, to know more about it. I think you are the right person to ask this about. There is what we call the neg- uh, posi- negative positivity or toxic positivity. Uh, have you heard of that phrase before?
Positive toxicity, if I understand it right, is you feel positive, you know, no matter what, you think positive, you no matter what. But there's a danger there, so to speak, because there is negative. Everything is dual, sassy, left, right,
Yes.
hot, cold, girl, boy, up, down, night, day, happy, sad, positive, negative. Negative is not necessarily wrong. Positive
Uh-huh.
is not always right, but you have to learn to live with both. Positive toxicity means you're denying, you're ignoring, you're putting aside what is negative. Negative is okay. That's part of life. You are human. You cry, you get mad, you get sad. That is so okay. But it's how you deal with a negative moment. You acknowledge it, you own it, you recognize it, and then you deal with it. And hopefully, after a few seconds or after a few minutes or even 1 hour, it doesn't matter the time lapse, you get away from your negative state. Just feel a little better, just feel a little better, just feel a little better. And it's up to you how to feel better. Maybe you read your book, or you put up your feet, or sip your iced tea, or watch cable or Netflix, hug your dog, kiss your wife, cuddle the children. There are many ways of changing the current alleged negative into something a little better, just a little better. You don't have to jump from anger to joy. That is just so immense. But from anger to less angry, from less angry to a little more, just a little more, just a little more. That is the secret. You change your perspective all the time. It's not easy, but it's doable.
Okay, that was it's funny when you talk about, crying is a good thing, especially for men. Mostly their fathers or mentors ask them not to cry because men don't cry. And I think this is also the reason why men die earlier than women. Um, I do believe that it is right that we need to accept also the negative side. Now, we're going to talk about also the blessings that evoke gratefulness. Can you tell us something about that?
Because you are on perspective mode, abundance mode, then you are literally hunting for blessing each moment. Now that you are aware that every moment has a blessing and is a blessing, your eyes are wide open, your heart is ready to receive, your hands are catching all the blessing because you know there is. If there seems to be none, you look again. Blessings evoke gratefulness because the source keeps on giving you. Maybe today
Yeah.
it's physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual, professional, interpersonal, financial, your community, your church, your government, your relationships, your health, your money. It comes in many forms, it comes in many modes, not necessarily in the way you want it, but blessings just keep on coming. If you are aware, blessing, 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 then you just feel so good about it. Now, why does it evoke gratefulness? Because you have to thank the source. You have to thank the giver. Because when you recognize the giver, he might give you more. Well, he actually does because every moment is a blessing. When blessings come, thank again. And how many moments do you have? If a moment is 2 seconds, how many 2 seconds do you have in a day? That's a lot of time to thank. If you forget, then just get back to the groove and thank again. I'll give you an example. If you are 20 years old, you have inhaled 40 million times. Isn't that amazing? And if you are 40, you have inhaled 80 million times. Even more amazing. There are so many things to think about. If your eyes, your mind, your heart, your spirit are open to the blessing. Because sadly, Sassy, some people go through the day clueless, eyes closed, hands clenched. Then they wonder why life sucks. Life doesn't suck. Maybe your perspective sucks. Maybe your attitude sucks. You have to decide, will I look for blessing today or will I look for one more complaint? Will I look for blessing today or will I rant again on social media?
Okay, yeah, that's right. And is this the same with law of attraction?
Law of attraction comes in different principles and degrees, and abundance is a relative. I don't know if it's a cousin or a brother, but it's all about feeling good, doing good, imagining good, thinking good. It's all about goodness and kindness. And since you are so blessed, you might as well bless others. Since you are so blessed, you might as well bless others because abundance is your right. Abundance is your right.
Okay, how can you apply naman the biblical um, teachings of applying meanness to kindness or being kind if you are someone's being mean to you?
When someone is mean to you, when a person, whether family, friend, or workmate, seems unlikable or undesirable or difficult or high maintenance, hold your judgment because number one, only hurt people hurt other people. Number two, he or she is coming from pain that we do not know because we don't know his story yet. Number
Yeah.
three, it asks your heart to just be a little more compassionate and understanding. Maybe later we can talk to Sasi or whoever it is that we can deal with it because everyone is going through something and everyone is carrying something. Everyone is going through something. Everyone is carrying something. And what we go through or carry tend to dictate our behavior today. There are days that I'm so wonderful. There are days that Sassy is so wonderful. But there are also days when Pido, what's happening to him? When Sassy, what's going on with Sassy? During those days that we seem difficult, there is a journey maybe had a fight with a wife or traffic in the expressway was tough. No one wants to be wrong. No one wants to be bad. No one wants to hurt you intentionally. Therefore, take nothing personally. Later, we can talk, but for now, I'll understand Sassy. I'll understand Sassy because no one wants to be bad.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think I read a similar story in Stephen Covey's book, where there's a guy is who is in a bus or in a train, and he said someone talked to him, or and then he suddenly burst in anger. And to cut the long story short, um, the book told us what happened to the guy that led him to be that way. And then this is where they call the paradigm shift comes in. I think you've read about that as well. Now, it reminded me also of my beloved goddaughter who died at an early age, a tender age of 25, who recently died in Christmas time. Um, I think she's one of the most amazing person, very mabait. And that's how she thinks about other people. Whenever her grandma or abuela gets angry at someone, she always reminds her, Abuela, uh, please don't judge him or her because you'll never know if there's something happening in her life now. We'll never know if something is really hurting that person or not. And by telling me that, you reminded me of that um, goddaughter of mine. May she rest in peace. Thank you very much for that. Now, so when you say live in both and love in both, or live in both or love both, so how can you please tell us more about it?
Blessed every moment. So that's the beginning of the cycle. There's abundance, there's blessing, something good, something wonderful, something terrific, sometimes unexpected, but it makes me feel so good. That's the first step of the cycle. There's abundance coming to you. And if you're awake 16 hours, can you imagine 16 hours of blessing? Even if it's not payday today, even if the weather seems difficult today, you are blessed for 16 hours. Because you are blessed, the second part of the cycle is you give thanks.
Mhm.
The blessing, thank you. The blessing, thank you. I'll just give you an example. Whatever you had for lunch or dinner today, whether it's a burger or pasta, can you just pause for a moment, not just to thank for the food that is at your table, but oh my goodness, a lot of people converged, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands, just to send that burger or pasta on your table. From farm to market, the driver, the truck, the people who constructed the highway, the shop, the store, the sales clerk, the owner of the mall, the one who constructed the parking lot of the mall, and so on and so forth. It takes a village, as Oprah would say. It always takes a village to bless you. And if you do that for everything that comes your way, then you are attracting more blessings, because as blessings create gratefulness, gratefulness attracts more blessings. You
Okay.
can't be thankful and remain unblessed. Blessing is thankfulness, thankfulness is blessing, blessing is thankfulness, thankfulness is blessing. You just have to be more appreciative, because when you look at what is wonderful, not that you're ignoring the negative, but you don't have time to look at that anymore. I'll deal with that later. It's nega. I'll focus on the wonderful things that happened to me. I'm not being ignorant or unmindful of the nega, but I am focusing on my blessings. I will deal with the nega later. I'm not ignoring it. I'm just parking it for the moment so I can just enjoy life. As you said, I might not live tomorrow, so I might as well enjoy today. But the challenge of many people is they tend to worry, Sassy. Oh my gosh, the bills are coming. The bills are coming. I have credit card. I have phone. I have house. I have electricity. And the school for my children. Oh my goodness. And then I have work, a lot of work. And work from home has just pushed me from 8 hours to 10 hours. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of worry in your heart, because you tend to fill your life or your heart with worry. How many blessings have passed you by today, Sassy? Yes, there's something wrong today, maybe one little thing today, or even if it's a big thing today, something wrong happened. But there are 99 coming your way, and you missed all of that. And it's not just today. How many moments, how many blessings have passed because you were looking at what's wrong rather than looking at what's left and right? maybe one thing wrong, but 99 are left. 99 are so right in your life. Why focus on the what's wrong in your life? It's really a shift of perspective. We can all live in America or Japan or Ouagadougou, and some of us feel awesome and some of us feel miserable. We can all grow in the same family, and some of us feel awesome and some of us feel awful. It's not the circumstances, Sassy, it's your inner stances. Work on your inner stances, your perspective of abundance, and the way you want to look at life by looking at more joy, more peace, more love. Then the circumstances will change. We are not denying the circumstances. We will work with them, we will deal with them, we will acknowledge them. But if my inner stances are whole, firm, stable, grounded, abundant, the circumstances will take care of themselves. The challenge of some, they focus on the circumstances, they forget the inner stances.
You know, Pido, I'm really happy listening to you because I can say that I am a living proof of what you're talking about. You know, when I was still working at a BPO, I I earn good money, but there are a lot of, as you said, bills coming in every day, and I was able to pay it. But paying it, there's another bill coming in. It's like an ending. It's a cycle. And sometimes I almost cried because I just paid and I have a lot more of things to pay. I'm a slave. But when I read an excerpt in The Secret, there is a story, something about that, about bills. It's just your mindset. So it says there that instead of me thinking of the bill as something that I'm going to pay, think of it as money coming in. Because you're going to pay it, of course, it will come in. And because of that, I was able to, relax my mind. I was able to reject worry or make worry go away. And I was able to work well. I was able to think well, and I was able to earn more. And I do believe about the things that you've just said a while ago. And thank you for reminding me about what happened to me. Now, Pido, how can we find a silver lining in the limitations we are facing now?
Okay, let me go backtrack a bit. You said a magic word and it's very wonderful, relax. Because you are aware, because you know, because you feel, because you experience that blessing is nonstop in different forms, in different ways, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, because you know that blessings will come, then you can inhale and exhale and relax. People who do not seem to know this tend to overwork and rush and do this and do that. You cannot do everything. You can't. You
Yeah.
cannot be everything. You're not. There are only 24 hours in a day, and you have to go to bed for 8 hours, but you don't go to bed. You email someone, you call someone. Uh, it's a slavery, as you said. So the magic word you said, thank you, relax. Number two, regarding your question about, oh, what will I do? What will I do? What will I do? Don't do. It's all right to do nothing. It's all
Yeah.
right to just chill. Um, Abundance is faith that it will come. You don't know when, you don't know how, but it comes. Oh my, the bills are coming, the bills are coming. Thank you, Lord. I have money to pay the bills. And more importantly, the bills that I pay are blessing a family. The supermarket family, the bank family, the parking lot family. Every time I release, I am blessing a family. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for helping me bless them. You're not losing money, baby. You're sharing it. And it has to go around so it comes back. That's why it's called current. It's current, it's moving, it's coming back. When you release, it comes back. When you release, it comes back. If you don't release, if you clench, if you hold, then you don't release. And because you don't release, what will come back? And even if it's not money, What you give is what you get. Give some, you get some. Give much, you get much. You give more, you get more. You give a lot, you get a lot. You give nothing, you get nothing. Therefore, you, Sassy, and all of you listening in, you are the key to your fortune or misery. You are the key to your fortune or misery. Your wife or husband or whoever is beside you has nothing to do with, with what happens to you, because it came from you, it will come back to you. Stop blaming everybody because they have nothing to do with your blessing or your disgrace.
Okay, I will remember that. I like what you said. It's currency. You have to release it, and if you pay or release money, it's not a loss. It's a blessing, and you are part of that blessing as well. Thank you very much for that, and I will practice that as well. Now, another question is that how do we balance avoiding being a dormant versus asserting our rights as people without being perceived as overreacting?
I didn't get the first part.
Okay, how do we balance avoiding being a doormat versus asserting our rights as people without being perceived as overreacting?
First, you appreciate your worth. There is no Sassy in the world. There's only one. You might have other namesakes, but the only Sassy is with this combination of talents, skills, abilities. You can do this, you can do that. You're very good in many things. Therefore, it's a self-worth, self-awareness. I'm good. I'm precious. I'm priceless. I'm not perfect, but nobody is. I have rough edges, but I'm a work in progress. Because your self-worth is high, then no one, you will not allow, no one and nothing can make you feel the way you do.
Okay.
You are not a doormat. I am Sassy. I am wonderful. I'm a work in progress. My boss gets mad at me. My wife is not talking to me at the moment. That is okay. It doesn't make them right. It doesn't make them wrong, but it makes you see who you are. You are so priceless that no one can make you feel a doormat. And even if you don't like a doormat, what you feel has nothing to do with them. Besides, Sassy, look, their opinion, even if they seem valid, even if they seem justified, even if they have a 10-page evidence of who you are, their opinion is an opinion, period. Sassy knows himself best, not to self-defend yourself, not to justify yourself, not to get away from it, but I know myself better. I will consider what my boss said, I'll consider what my wife said, but my worth remains the same. Remember the classic example of the crumpled dollar. The dollar value does not change even if it's crumpled. And when you need to say something, you just follow the principle of abundance. You say it without hurting anyone. There's a way of expressing what you feel. Anger is okay. You're human. You're human. But there's a way of expressing it without offending anybody. Because abundance is not about destroying. Abundance is about building, bonding, uniting, flowing, keeping together, harmonizing. I can tell Sassy what I don't like about him without destroying our relationship. Sassy can tell me what's wrong with me without me feeling bad and sulking in the restroom. Because the bottom line is I honor Sassy, Sassy honors me, and yet we respect one another despite our differences. It's the differences that are the most wonderful thing in the world. Because if Sassy and I look the same, think the same, feel the same, act the same, do everything the same, it's such a boring world. Celebrate the differences.
Yes. It's true. Um, I saw a film, or I don't know. It's about how you say something when you're angry. See, if your kid suddenly did something, and then you're, instead of shouting at the kid, blurting out bad things at the kid, this father, what he did was he just said, I really love you, but I'm disappointed in you. And then the kid tried to be better when he heard about that, because it's not being rebellious anymore. I think when when parents are, or someone who gets angry at someone and who is very toxic in words and in feelings, the natural thing that would happen is fire versus fire. So there is a clash. But if someone is calm, yet you give or send your message across, then I think that's what you're talking about as well. Now, there is another question in my mind. So, what makes an abundance mindset dovetail with turning worries into bite-sized chunks? Okay, what makes an abundance mindset dovetail with turning worries into bite-sized chunks?
Uh, First of all, ideally, worry has no room in the life and heart and being of an abundant person. Because the moment you worry, you lost the trust, you lost the confidence, you lost the belief that something is coming. I may not see it yet, I may not feel it yet, but something is coming. The tendency to worry is, oh my gosh, I have to pay 1,000 bucks. Where will I get the 1,000 bucks? It will come. You know what? Remember when you were a little boy, or for the viewers who are girls, when you were a little boy, Daddy, 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 I want a bicycle. Did you have to ask your dad how to get it, where to get it, when to get it? Your dad is in charge. He'll take care of the bicycle that you want for your birthday or Christmas. No details, just the bicycle. Or let's say you're a girl, Mommy, 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 I want a doll. Did you have to give your mom details about the doll? The doll will come when the right time comes. So why worry when you know that a greater being, God, will keep on sending blessings? If He gives you blessings every moment, what will He not give? Worry is not the work of a good spirit. Worry wants you to say, see, see, see what kind of God you have. And even if you do not believe in a God, worry kills you. Worry festers. Worry affects your health. When you worry, will the 1,000 bucks come? It's still not there. You just have to relax, inhale, exhale, change your perspective. When you're relaxed, you think better. You feel better. When you're relaxed, things will come, ideas will come. When you worry, you're stuck on that groove. I'm worried, I'm stressed, I'm tense, I'm tired. Oh my goodness, it's tomorrow
Mhm.
already. The deadline is tomorrow. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. It's okay to feel worried or angry, but shift immediately into a wonderful circumstance, a wonderful blessing. Remember, we said a while ago, just feel a little better, even for a minute. Then at least you left that negative state. Feel a little better. Get up and walk out, smell some fresh air, walk on the grass, pick a flower, walk your dog, do something that will make you not think of what you are thinking and overthinking, because you don't have to think of everything. The blessing comes. Remember, each inhale is a blessing. Another trivia, which is wonderful to think of, your ears have 206 bones. Just the ears, baby. You have 206 bones. What are you effing worrying about? If God has taken care of everything from your head to foot, all your blood vessels and systems and organs and body parts and signs and levels, what are you worrying about? Let God be God. Do what you can. If you're a street cleaner or an IT person or a baker, go for it. Let God do the rest. But the problem with some people is, I'm a baker and I'll do other things. I need a second job. I need a third job. Oh my gosh. Abundance means I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm relaxed because I know I will be blessed. I will be blessed. I will always be blessed. My faith keeps me strong. It doesn't have to be religious or spiritual, but I know I am blessed.
So, how can you what can you advise people who has this type of idea that they need to do other things because they think they're not blessed? Like for example, I know someone. I'm sure that I always see her as a blessed person, but to her, she's always the, the ape of the whole world, wide world. It's like her friends doesn't like her. She never gets what she wanted. She wanted things what her friends are having. But yet, I know deep inside that she was also blessed because she also receives the blessings that I don't receive. And yet, her thinking is like that. How can you advise that type of person?
I don't know all the circumstances behind her story, but what we can suggest is number one, look into her inner stances, look into herself. There are experiences or
Yeah,
feelings or thoughts that maybe she has to resolve or address or heal, because you will not feel nega if
yeah,
you have no nega inside. Even a drop or seed of nega inside will trigger you, will spark you. So ideally, work on yourself. Why do I feel this way even if I am blessed? Why do I think this way of other people? Why do I compare myself with other people? It's a self-examination, because what is inside is what's outside. The inner stance will determine the circumstance. The inner stance will determine the circumstance. It's a lifelong process, but at least let me get away from this one. I don't like what's happening. Let me get away from this. One baby step away is better than no step at all. I don't like what's happening. What will I do? I don't like to feel this way anymore. What will I do? It's a choice to do something about it, because perspective means I will change. Perspective is the gateway to joy. That's it. Perspective is the gateway to joy. I can feel miserable until I die, or I'll shift my perspective even just by 1 degree a day. 1 degree a day times 365. Oh my gosh, you've completed the circle. 1 degree a day, just 1 degree. If you fail, if you forget, that's part of the process. If you fumble, if you slip, if you slide back, that's part of the process. But at least there's a desire in your heart. I want to be better tomorrow, Sasi. I'll be a better Pido. I'll be a better Pido tomorrow, whether as a father, a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, workmate, boss, whatever my role is. I want to be better in this aspect tomorrow. I want to be better, because perspective is the gateway to joy. You are always blessed. You might as well bless more people. One soul a day, touch someone a day. That's wonderful.
amazing. Thank you very much. Now, last question. Does personality influence someone's ability to have the abundance mindset?
Maybe not personality, but how you grew up, where you grew up, uh, with whom did you grow up. Some grew up in wonderful families and communities. Some grew up in less fortunate or sordid circumstances. We did not choose where we were born, but there's a wonderful reason why we are born where we did. Number one, no one is sent in your life accidentally. Your mother, your father, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your boss, your neighbor who is noisy sometimes, they have all been sent to Sassy and to everyone else. The people sent to Sassy are different from the people sent to Pido. But the point is, whoever is sent to us are gifts. There's a wonderful reason, purpose, value why these people are in my life this year. Next year, I might migrate, I might get married, I might change jobs. I will be surrounded by a new set of people. Whoever are in our life at this stage are all gifts. But not only that, they are all mirrors. I don't like Sassy. If that is true, I'm just looking at myself. I'm looking at myself who looks like Sassy. Whatever I like about Sassy is what I like about myself. Whatever I dislike about Sassy is what I dislike about myself. Because everyone we look at is a mirror. And number three, everyone is our teacher. Even your 2-year-old kid or 10-year-old nephew or your 95-year-old Lola, whoever is in front of you is a potential teacher if you're open to learn from them. So when you remember that everyone is a gift, everyone is a mirror, everyone is a teacher, then you are polishing your rough edges. You become a little better next time. You react less, you get angry less, you worry less, you resent less, you are less bitter and whatever nega it is in your heart. Because nega is the best place to start. If in a negative scale you are 1 to 10, you are number 10, work on number 9 this year, and then next year 8. But there's a change because you cannot stay where you are. You are always blessed. You're always blessed. You cannot be blessed and stay negative. That is just so weird. You're always blessed and you stay negative. You just have to open your eyes, open your heart, open your being that I am always blessed, even if it doesn't seem so. But Pido, look, my community, my country, my neighbors, my wife, my husband, can you stop looking at them for now and look at yourself? Because when you become more abundant in your thoughts, words, feelings, and actions, when you shift your perspective as many times as you can in a day, your life will change because abundance is your birthright. You are meant to be blessed. If you do not see the blessing, look again. If you do not feel the blessing, feel again because it is for everyone. Everything is for you. Everyone is for you. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is missing. But I didn't go to that school. I didn't finish good in my grades. And I don't have this. I don't have that. It's not what you have, baby. It's what you still have. But I didn't do this. I cannot do that. All those because you are a work in progress. It's all about your attitude, your perspective. Joy can be yours or misery is forever.
Wow, that was wonderful. Now, Pido, what is a strong or your main message to our audience? Can you please tell them?
Ah, wow. That's like a Miss Universe question. Uh,
Then wave.
main message. Just be happy. Be happy. Do what you love. Do what you prefer. Do what you like. Because 60% of the people worldwide, the working people, 60% are doing what they do because they have to do it. They must do it. They need money. They need to pay the bills. They need to put butter on the table. It's a must do, have to do, got to do. Work, 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 for money, 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 work, 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 work. Slavery to the max. I'm not saying don't work. We need to work because the world is a material world. But have to do, want to do, abundance. Need to do, like to do, abundance. Must do, enjoy to do, abundance. Have to do, prefer to do, abundance. We're not putting this aside. We're just making it a little more balanced. Want to do, prefer to do, like to do, enjoy to do. Then you are living the cycle of abundance and gratitude. It's not enough to live, love, and work. It's not enough to live, love, and work. It's not enough to live, love, and work. Add the cycle of abundance, the cycle of gratitude, because you are meant to be happy, but you are blocking your own happiness because you are not fixing your inner stances.
Thank you very much, Pido. You have shared with us rich ideas about being abundant or abundance and having gratitude. Now, I think you have, if you have some events, or you could share also with the audience or our subscribers about your books. Can you talk about it right now?
I have a little whiteboard behind me, but I think it's inverted. Is it inverted?
I think it's not, but it's too small. I cannot read it.
It's too small. So may I get it?
Yeah, sure. Please share it with us. Okay, so that is, link. Okay, so they can follow you at LinkedIn, Pido Aguilar, Facebook, Carlos Pido Aguilar, and YouTube, Carlos K. Aguilar Jr. So to all of our subscribers, please also follow Pido in LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. And like me, today I learned a lot. I learned a lot from Pido, and I am really grateful for the learnings that I have heard today. Thank you very much, Pido. And I am really happy that you are our guest for today. Any last words?
Be happy.
Be happy. That's right. Correct.
If that's the only thing you can do each day, you're on the right track. No more sulking, no more frowning, no more worrying, no more ranting, no more complaining, nitpicking, fault finding, bitterness, resentment. Life is so good, but you're the only one who is making it so bad.
Okay, thank you very much, Pido, for that wonderful message. And I hope to see you soon, face to face, in any event. And to all of our subscribers, thank you very much for tuning in. And for those who haven't subscribed yet, all you have to do is subscribe and share. Just click the button below. Now, in episode 9, season 7, our guest speaker is Mr. Janaka Komarasi, and who will talk about the world of work is changing. Capture the hybrid advantage. So, thank you very much for tuning in, and it's been a pleasure being with you in this episode. Always remember, learning is a never-ending journey with limitless vistas. Good day.